Hello, Hojoz here, and welcome back to the Minecraft Velocity Season 3 server. Or well, it isn't the Minecraft Velocity Season 3 server, it is actually a private creative world. But it doesn't matter, because today we have in front of us what we are going to build. Yes, today we are going to build the turtle farm. And well, I think it's a pretty nice building this. It's basically a turtle shell. But that is probably something you already discovered. And well, this turtle shell houses, as I said, a turtle farm. These andesite and granite blocks are here, by the way, to signify where everything is, to have measurements and stuff. Pretty handy, you know. But yeah, inside the turtle farm here, we have, well, a lot of hoppers here. A nice receiving area. And then here is the actual turtle farm, which, as you may have spotted now, is AFKable. So I can just, click here with the seagrass, and then go back, and click with the seagrass again, and go back. And you get the deal. And I made this slab so that if you jump out of the minecart, you are not suffocating. Under these trapdoors are a whole lot of lights. Every trapdoor houses a light. And well, this is pretty much it for this area. Well, we have the storage area here, which is of course very hard to access because I am myself. Well, talking about access, we can access the bottom end of this contraption. I have absolutely no idea which one of these two regulates the elevator and which one of these two regulates the item filter, so I just rebuilt both of them here. And well, these are the tracks for the carts that are going to be running everywhere, collecting the scute and the seagrass, because the turtles are going to do a lot of dying. They'll basically suffocate when they grow up. That's per design of this farm, which, by the way, in the iCards will be right now the farm that I've chosen. And I've chosen because this is not my design. Yes, this is the first farm on the Velocity Season 3 server that I haven't designed myself. And yeah, let's just walk around, and again, a whole lot of lights. Nothing really here in the back area, but you're going to need that space for walking around and doing stuff like that. Going back then where we entered. Upstairs here is the storage area, which, well, there are a whole bunch of chests here, so if you ever run out, I'll be very surprised if you ever run out of storage space. Then at the other end, you can just access this hallway here, which I, by the way, have closed off because, well, here's the minecart. I guess you could get into the minecart right here, but you can also do that in the, well, what I will refer to as the lobby area. So yeah, that has basically been this farm tour. Let's now pick a spot on the server and mark out where we will be building this farm. Well, as you can see, I have now assembled the perimeter. Well, kind of assembled the perimeter. As you can see here, I also planned to immediately erect a path as well, but since the bottom area isn't as large and symmetrical to the top area, I suddenly realized that I shouldn't do that until the building is done. Which, let's get on to building the actual building now, because, well, the perimeter is here, and it is time to build it. Although, one slight issue. We have to fill up some ocean here. Well, an issue. It's not really that big of an issue since I can just drop some sand in and basically solve the issue. But yeah, it is really something that is very annoying. Anyway, as I said, it is time to once again leave the clip and go to the next one, wherein I've probably partially built the top area or dug out the bottom area. Probably dug out the bottom area actually. Well, now that we have the hole dug out, well, I've not only dug out the hole, I've also moved the path here, widened it to 3 blocks, and well, I've also made the path around our house here, the entire way around. As you'll see here, we still have to make this prettier here. Make this look like, well, this andesite is not floating. Well, besides that, I haven't made any progress. So it is now time to, well, build the shield, build the shell, build the turtle shell, and yeah, do that. Well, as you can see, I have opted to build out the floor plan, but as usual, I got a bit further than I wanted until I recorded. So let's go inside. We don't have the carpeting here yet because, well, I don't actually have a reason. Besides, I don't have any wool. And going up here, no rails yet, but I have made the full turtle enclosure. I've closed off the gaps though, because these are eggs and the tiny turtles will fall into those gaps. And that's not really the plan, because we want turtles in here to feed and then produce eggs and then produce tiny babies and then produce scute, and those tiny babies then suffocate and they produce some seagrass. At least that's the plan. Here in the ceiling we have a lot of holes. That's of course because there are going to be some stone brick slabs going in. There's also going to be a whole lot of glowstone lighting. I'm really going to have to mine some from the nether because, well, it's going to be quite the feat to get all that glowstone in. And going down here, as you can see here, made the full turtle suffocating mechanism thingamajigger. However, I've not yet laid the groundwork down for the tracks. As you can also see, I've made the floor 1 too high. I will have to drop that down by 1, and possibly I have to expand in this direction so that we don't basically get blocked by our water elevator, which is going to be going here roughly. But yeah, that is basically it here. Also, I really like how it looks without the turtle shell, which, by the way, I haven't constructed yet because that's going to require a whole lot of resources that I, at the moment, do not have my hands on. But yeah, that is it for now. And in the next update, you'll join me once it's basically all together. With the chests here, of course, and the redstone and the tracks and basically everything except the shell itself. Because as I said, I'm going to have to gather a whole lot of materials. Talking about materials, I've bought a whole lot of andesite from Quad Wheels. Roughly 1 shulker box full for 13 diamonds. I did return the shulker box, by the way. Just so you know, I'm still shulker boxless and I'm still elytraless. But yeah, that is basically it. And as I said, we'll join back once everything is in, except the shell building itself. Looks like I have all the redstone in, so it's time for the shell. But before we put in the shell, let's just first take a look at the redstone I've put in. Now you'll notice that we have ceiling lights, we have tracks, stuff like that. What you'll also notice is that all our turtles are now grown up. The chests now have hoppers, that kind of stuff. Here's a bit of redstone, and going down here, it's finally all finished and clean. I had to expand this bit here by 2 blocks, because it was the path here was being blocked by the item tunnel. Which, by the way, the item tunnel is technically not yet finished. You'll see that soon. Because if we walk around the back here, right here, here's where the item elevator should be. And you'll notice that because there is a complete lack of blocks here, we can't put the item elevator in yet. So, what's the next step? Well, the next step is obvious. I apparently have to put some sea lanterns in here. But besides that, the next step is, of course, to build up the shell around the building and basically complete it. And after that, of course, give it its first test, which that'll be exciting. What are we going to do after that? Well, it should be obvious that the island needs a bit of terraforming here. So yeah, you'll join me back when the shell's built up, and we are basically about to do our first test run. The shell is all in now. I hope you like it. I'm not really a fan of the green bits down here. But besides that, it's a good shell, a good building to look at. I've also placed some torches up top in positions that I'm just quickly going to check are not going to cause any issues with being able to see the torches. Hopefully. As I walk back, only now can I see the torches. And what are the chances of me standing here? I don't think that there's any. Well, let's take a look inside then, because I've also done some stuff inside. You can see that the trapdoors are all in now here. Above here too. The hopper line nicely concealed. Down here, I put some trapdoors in. Not all of them though. And as proof, you can see here that the item elevator is now all filled up and probably working. Going up here, more trapdoors installed. More here. The lights here have also been installed, and then here I've also put some glowstone. So yeah, that's basically the entire building done. I guess it's time to finally fire it up and give it a go. Let's see how much items we can get out of all these turtles. But first, I think I'm going to have to do a grindy job here. Because I don't think I have enough seagrass. So, let's just collect the seagrass and see how the farm will do. Something was wrong here. So let's see what it was. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot the piston. Okay, so in that previous clip, you might have noticed some changes. Let me explain what happened between that last clip and now, or the second to last clip and now. So, first of all, I installed some nice barricades. I installed these to make, well, everything look nice and make sense. And if we very quickly just swim over to the location of the turtle farm, the Scute farm, well, look at that, it is going right down to the bottom. Which brings me on to the next topic, which is my helmet. You see, my helmet has changed somewhat. It is now a turtle helmet. I did manage to acquire enough Scute from the farm to make a turtle helmet. So that is awesome. And after I acquired the turtle helmet, I made these nice barricades. Now, as far as the items on my bar go, and well, everything that I have here is made of diamonds, well, a rather unfortunate accident happened. You see, the Velocity Season 3 server had changed owners, and in that they went to Season 4, which is still in the setup phase, by the way. So I'm playing on the Season 3 map that was given as a download. However, when I joined that Season 3 map, I was not given my own items, but I was placed somewhere random in the nether, in creative, with a lot of items in my inventory that were not mine, and were all garbage. So what have I done? I gave myself all these diamond things, not the bow, but all the diamond things. And yeah, I gave them because I acquired them previously and I legitimately, so I thought to myself, well, if I give myself these items, it's not cheating because I lost those items in the transfer to the save. So that is why I have those items. And, well, I think that pretty much rounds it all off. Because that also explains why my XP bar is so low. And yeah, I also did some terraforming here. And I think that's pretty much it that I have to sum up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plant trees, I'm going to hide torches, and I'm going to finish this area up very nicely. And after that, I think we'll call it the end of the episode of the now rebranded Velocity LP series, because I am planning to play on this world until basically my entire base plan is done, which of course the base is going to be over there somewhere on the Guardian farm. Next episode will be taking down that Guardian farm. So yeah, I'll join you back when I have done all those things that I just said. So I couldn't think of anything that I could do to decorate this area with bushes and wildlife and such. So I guess next episode we could just straight off start with that, and for now do some other stuff. What I have done though is well, improve our mine shaft, which is now straight under here. Swim straight down. And we get to the mineshaft. The mineshaft itself isn't decorated, but the elevator to it is in the usual house style. Here is a tunnel to our old mineshaft, so that we don't have to go up and then back down to our old mineshaft to store stuff and collect stuff like that. I thought that was it was rather useful. Now I got the diamonds on my hotbar because I do intend on paying the shops in the server, and I've bought 8 mending books, or rather just nabbed them out of a chest. And thus I have to, you know, pay for those. While we're there, we can also just get some shulker boxes. Because to collect sand for the Guardian farm, for making the Guardian farm, you of course need a whole bunch of inventory space. We can do that best when we have shulker boxes, of course, because with shulker boxes you can collect a whole bunch of stuff in your inventory. You can collect several inventories worth of sand in your inventory and still have space left. So yeah, I think that is a very good investment. You have 62 diamonds, so yeah, like plenty to waste. Let's go to the market. So I mean, we could just about buy anything, unless those mending books are like stupidly expensive. In which case we're kind of fucked. In which case we couldn't even pay for them. Like if they're 10 diamonds a piece or something. Those mending books, then we couldn't even pay for them. I think it was here. Wow, it's stupidly expensive. So we can only pay for 6 of them. I mean, the prices on this server were always stupidly expensive. So I suppose we shouldn't really be surprised. There. So I have to pay off 2 of those. So I can't get any diamonds. But since I couldn't decorate the place, I suppose this is the end of the episode. The end of the 3rd episode of the Velocity Season 3 server, or rather, now the Velocity Season 3 LP. So, I hope to see you back next time. And yeah, here's Bureaucratic with Boy Spock.